Salam. Peace be with us all. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you. Good to be back with you. I think I know most of you here, but I'm the executive administrator for Abrahamic Reunion. And Sheikh Hassan is our normal host for the prayer vigil, is traveling. He's in transit. He's flying back from Israel to the US right now. And he's coming back after all of these massive iftar programs and helping navigate some very complicated waters and times in the Holy Land. So he's coming back also after a tour of people traveled with David Les Shahabuddin to the Holy Land. That tour finished on the 8th. It was a 12-day tour where they met all the peacemakers, went to some programs, and saw the holy sites. So we're going to have an online program with people from the tour sharing some of their experiences later this summer. So you can look forward to some of that. And if you're ever interested in that, I believe there will be more tours coming up in the future. So it's my pleasure to introduce our prayer leader today, who is Iris Rich. And Iris, I met Iris traveling on one of these tours, actually, to the Holy Land. I think it was back in 2017 that we met and got to know Iris. She became the board secretary and notekeeper extraordinaire. She's been helping keep things going and managed, and she lives out in, so welcome, Iris. Thanks so much for offering to do the prayer today. And
lit a candle this morning to give to the Spirit. I honor and I'm humbled and feel very privileged to lead us in our prayer this morning. Welcome and blessings. And before I begin, I would just like to acknowledge that I live on the unceded territory of the Swift and the Tushwapik First Nations Indigenous peoples of Vancouver Island. My name is Iris Rich, and I live in British Columbia, Vancouver Island, Canada. And as Chris has mentioned, I serve as the Abrahamic Reunion Secretary, and had a very intriguing, inspirational visit to the Holy Land in 2017 as part of the AR board. And my heartstrings have been connected there ever since. I'm a retired university professor, and it is my strong belief that it is through education and advanced knowledge that we gain through education that we change our perspectives and that we develop and grow those new ways of seeing the world, the lenses by which we view them through. And our Abrahamic Reunion has a motto of peace is possible. And I strongly believe that through education is where change happens. And when change happens, all things are possible. Therefore, peace in my heart is possible. And I'm so filled with gratitude to those workers we have on the ground in the Holy Land who are so committed and dedicated to peace, but also through educating. It's been just over a year since we've had the outbreak of violence in Gaza. And during this past year, there has been continued turbulence and fear and violence. However, we are also celebrating that we have had successes, and testament to the iftars that have just completed after Ramadan, and the work that the AR has been able to do with our people that are in the Holy Land. In Canada, it has also been, we're coming up to just a year that we are still discovering thousands of bodies of children who have been buried on residential school land. And our nation is feeling that pain, and we are working towards a peaceful and reconciliation movement. June 21st is our National Indigenous Days to be recognized in Canada. Therefore, today I would like to offer a prayer that is from the Indigenous traditions. So I would like to invite you to just sit for a moment in silence. Breathing in salam, breathing out shalom. Asking yourself, who are you? Where do you come from? And what brings you here today? In our silence, we connect with and through each other, with the desire for peace for the Holy Land, for peace in all of the world, and for peace in all of our hearts. Let us offer our prayers. O great Creator, we look at your world and praise you for the diversity all around us. Thank you for the gift of relationships, our connection with people, animals, and for the land. Help us, Creator, to see differences and diversities as strengths. Help us to listen and understand, to meet one another with wonder and anticipation. Help us to love as you love without expectation. Reveal to us your way of reconciliation and guide us into right relationships with all living things. Lead us to understand all peoples. Lead us to treat all peoples with respect, dignity, and fullness of life. Help us to listen compassionately, to speak humbly, and to act justly. Help us to seek the peace, justice, and reconciliation you desire among all your children. Help us to live peaceful and quiet lives. Let our leaders advocate for peace and love. O Creator, inspire us with your divine mercy so that our hearts may be full of compassion, not of anger, that our hearts may be instruments of forgiveness, not of revenge, that we may experience genuine love, not hate. O great Creator, we ask for protection for our hearts, lest they become hardened. May we always recall the preciousness of every life and minimize unneeded hurt and destruction. May we always appreciate our deep interconnectedness as common citizens of one earth. May our words have the power to heal and soothe rather than to incite and inflame. O great Creator, you are peace, and from you comes peace. Blessed are you, the majestic and generous. Dearest Creator of all, help us to see the world through your eyes, without dividing lines, to see just land and water, mountains, trees, and skies. Help us to lay aside our class and skin, our backgrounds and race, to know our shared humanity, to see a brother or sister in every face. Help us to wear forgiveness, to lay down our pride and pain, to seek first to understand. O great Creator, may peace and reconciliation reign Help us to feel your compassion so we can freely forgive. May we weave new threads of grace and cause seeds of hope to live. Help us to play our own small part with acts of kindness and acts of care. May we arise as your children and seek out what is just and fair. Cause us to make new bonds of trust with neighbors near and far, and as so, to fashion a world where peace comes to earth in this hour. O great Creator, thank you for your mercy and grace. Amen. Kuksjam, all my relations. Salam, shalom, peace.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you so much, Iris, for this deep and beautiful prayer, urging us towards trust, forgiveness, connection, and relationship. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining the prayer vigil this week, and we look forward to seeing you with more programs coming up in the future. Thank you.